Guys, welcome back to some more F1 2016 and part 21 of our Return to Glory career mode with McLaren, and today we have the finale of Season 1 in Abu Dhabi. Kimi Räikkönen's already wrapped up the title and we're hoping to go out on a high and secure 5th place in the championship. Let's see if there's any notices for us as we head into the weekend. Hopefully you guys are good, and I'll tell you at the end of the episode of what my plans are for Season 2. We will be staying with McLaren, touch wood, as long as we get the contract offer. No notices there. Any teams made any upgrades? Doesn't look like it. It looks like everybody's ceased development. There's the current standings at the moment. Feast your eyes over that. Fernando in a battle for 8th, and we're in a battle for 5th. Potentially it could work out where Fernando finishes 8th and we finish 7th. That's absolutely fine. That's the most we could hope for. 4th in the Constructors is very good as well. So with that being said, I'm now going to hand over to the qualifying report with Joe. Qualifying took place around the streets of Abu Dhabi today, and well, Nico Hülkenberg was the first shock to go out in Q1. He just missed out on getting through to Q2, and he went out along with Nasser, Palmer, Wehrlein, Haryanto and Marcus Ericsson. Into Q2, and Lewis Hamilton for the 3rd time this season went out in Q2, which was very, very surprising. Continuing his poor qualifying form at the end of the season, he went out along with Grosjean, Massa, Sainz, Perez and Kevin Magnussen. In the Q3, and Daniel Ricciardo, in direct sort of opposite to Hamilton, set another pole position to end his good qualifying form at the end of the season at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Darkness is descending on Abu Dhabi this evening, but there's no thought of rest for the 11 teams working feverishly on the grid. The lights are on, and we prepare to go racing one final time. We've seen some magical moments in this race since its debut in 2009. Can it put us under its spell once more? The drivers will be racing here on Yas Island today through 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are plenty of opportunities to pass, with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, at turns 8 and at turn 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed and plenty of drama to be found in the laps to come. Alongside me for one final time this season, it's Anthony Davidson. What a year it's been, Ant. It's been an absolute pleasure. And now, how are you feeling ahead of lights out tonight?
Well, it's been a breathtaking year of F1 action, and there's one more sting in the tail to come here tonight, I reckon. We've been all around the world, but there's still everything to fight for, and what an occasion it is as well. There's a real sense of anticipation every time we come here to Abu Dhabi, and here's hoping it's a fitting end to a very special season.
End of the season. Let's finish on a high note.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Rosberg, Vettel, Fernando Alonso, and Raikkonen, Bottas, Kvyat, a McLaren, and Esteban Gutierrez. Grosjean, Massa, Lewis Hamilton, and Sainz, Perez, Magnussen, Nico Hülkenberg and Felipe Nasser, Palmer and Wehrlein, Rio Haryanto and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So guys, P9 for the finale of Season 1. Looking at the strategy, it is going to be another 3-stop race, so hopefully we'll be able to do something with that today. Just like in Brazil, and have a bit of an entertaining strategy battle with the AI. We've been consistently slower than Fernando this weekend, sort of 3 or 4 tenths, and I messed up my final Q3 lap, so we couldn't go any further up. But yeah, the end of Season 1 then, it's certainly been an enjoyable one, and I will be taking a small break after this, just well, I might not, because I am recording this so far in advance, but as you might know, I am starting uni soon. You know, I might have started today, 26th of September. I really don't know when this video is going to come out. And I'm going to have a lot less time on my hands, or at least I think so. So the plan is, for the 3 series that I've got currently, and this will all be on the channel update, you might have already seen it, but if you haven't, I have 3 series ongoing at the minute. Cricket Captain, I was going to say Captain Goodspeed for a second there. So Cricket Captain 2016, Formula 1 and the Retro Games series. And they're going to work on a 3-day cycle where there'll be 1 game every day, so it'll be Cricket Captain one day, then Formula 1 the next, and then Retro Games the next, and they'll work in a cycle like that or similar to it. Might not be exactly like that. And then the maths lessons, they'll just continue every 2 days, I'm hoping, but they might not. And Hitman will just be out as and when the episodes come out and when I've got time to actually do them. Oh, that's a shame. We've messed up the formation lap at the end there, but we might as well just skip it in a second. But hopefully you guys understand the changes that'll be coming to the channel. I'm still going to try for daily content, but it is going to be rather difficult. But yeah, here we go then. Ready for lights out. Lights out, away we go here for one more time in Abu Dhabi. A very good start for us, and look at the world champion Kimi Räikkönen on the right hand side. We're going to have to edge it round the outside here into turn 1, and we almost banged tyres with the newly crowned world champion. And we're going to just take it easy through this first series of corners as Bottas and Vettel are shaping up for a battle. Bottas lining up behind Vettel. We just throw it down the inside of Bottas and Räikkönen when we move into 6th place here. Vettel just behind our teammate Fernando Alonso. Rosberg's up there, and it's been an exciting start. Räikkönen having to go at Bottas. We are going to struggle on this back straight with you know, the straight line speed deficit that we still have on some circuits, but others we are up there, of course. Rosberg and Verstappen, it's Ricciardo actually. Verstappen is away. Obviously we're battling with Daniel Ricciardo for in the battle for 5th, also Max Verstappen as well. But look at this, 3 wide into that corner. Surely there's going to be contact as Rosberg goes down the inside. Fernando Alonso has moved into 2nd. We're going to move up into 5th past Sebastian Vettel, and now we're going to have a look at Daniel Ricciardo, our rival, for 5th place in the championship. And I bet you he didn't think that would be together on the first lap. Him in 4th. He started on pole position, remember, and we started in 9th position. So we've had a terrific start to this Grand Prix, and quite the contrary for Daniel Ricciardo, who's had a couple of pole positions in a row now. I think 3 he's had. Well, no, I don't know. He definitely started on pole for USA, and he did for Brazil. Whether he did for Mexico or not, I'm not sure. I think it might have been Rosberg. So he's at least had a couple of poles in a row. But here we go. We're now closing in on him. We are struggling through that section in the dirty air, but we still remain behind the Red Bull, who is just behind Nico Rosberg. But we are going to make a move there because Rosberg locked up and held up Daniel Ricciardo, but we managed to make the move stick, and Ricciardo makes a bit of contact with us there, and he's getting all out of shape there at the start. So we're just going to try and stay in the slipstream of Nico Rosberg. We're up to 4th place already on this 2nd lap, and we seem to have a bit of a gap to the car behind, which is now Sebastian Vettel, or should I say Valtteri Bottas, because he's just made a pass for 5th position, and we seem to be closing in on Nico Rosberg. So the pace is good in this early stint of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and we're going to stick with the action because we are closing in on Nico Rosberg. Fernando Alonso is in the distance there in the other McLaren. Can we get a double podium maybe for this final race? A little bit of a corner cut there, but I wasn't going to lose that amount of time that I would have if I took the corner properly. So I'll just have to deal with it, and here we come. brake nicely into this hotel section. A little bit of a corner cut once again, just got a little bit more grip than I would have expected at this stage of the Grand Prix on these used Ultra Softs. Yeah, just turned in far too early. And here we come round the final corner. Fernando Alonso into the pits. So that's a very early start. And now we're going to come down the inside of Nico Rosberg for second position. It'll be on the track, and we're through into second position. Rosberg getting a little bit out of shape there, and we're through. And now hopefully we can have a go at catching Max Verstappen. But look how far ahead he is. He's already sort of 5.9 seconds ahead of second place. What a start for the young, I was going to say Belgian, but he's actually a Dutch driver, so good start for Max Verstappen. Right guys, we're going to come into the pits this lap. We've went one lap longer just to try and get a bit of, clear air in the pit stop. And here we come into the pit lane, 50 mile an hour, and we're in. So this is going to be interesting, going on to the Ultra Softs once again. Hamilton in a terrific position because he started on the soft tyres, so he'll be going deep into the race. And we're away in 2.3 seconds. It looks like Raikkonen may have made just a little bit of time on us here. And we're going to come out behind our teammate Fernando Alonso, but hopefully we'll be ahead of Nico Rosberg, who we were battling for second position at the time. But it looks like we might be on one more stop than the AI once again, so we need to make the most of these tyres. Come back out in 14th position, just behind Fernando Alonso, which is very, very good indeed. And there seems to be a big train of cars in front, so hopefully we'll be able to catch them up, pass them pretty quickly, and make this strategy work. Well guys, we've caught up to a teammate Fernando Alonso and this huge train in front, so well, hopefully Fernando will let us through because he hasn't been able to make leeway. And currently we are so much faster than this group in front, but it is difficult to pass on this track. It really is. So DRS open once again. We're just, it's futile because everybody's got DRS that's in front, so we have to get right in the slipstream and make sure we get a little bit of a better exit than them. They might have to try a few different strategies to do it, but well, we're going to have a look at Fernando Alonso there. He left the door open and we're through on my teammate, and now then we have to try and get past these slow back markers in Ericsson, Verline, Magnussen and Julian Palmer. I'm going to go down the inside of Ericsson right now, and we're through. So Fernando into the pits already. That's interesting. That is very interesting. They want us to pit this lap. I don't think we're going to though. We're going to take these tyres as much as we can. Obviously, depending on how bad this traffic is. Ooh, that could have been very bad. We're just going to go around the outside of Kevin Magnussen. We're using all the track here. We're desperate to get past. Can't afford to be in this traffic much longer.
No chance of rain now. If the situation changes, we'll let you know.
Got Pascal Verline right behind us, and he may attempt to move on us. But straight line speed isn't that great in the manner on this game for some reason, even though they're usually the fastest through the speed traps in real life, along with Williams. So, well, here he is, Pascal Verline down the inside. He's through. But we're going to come back down his inside. Oh, it's very close. But they are compromising our race very slightly. I am tempted to come into the pits and maybe put on the soft tyres so we can go a little bit further. Just change the strategy up slightly. Get away from this horrible bunch of traffic. We've been on these tyres 4 laps, so we may go one more lap. On the inside of Palmer here, and we're through. That was a key move. And now we've got to make the move on whoever that is. It looks like Rio Haryanto. It is. Well, we're going to come into the pits. We might as well. 50 mile an hour, and we're in. Simply because Rio Haryanto's come in. Now, is he going to go on to another set of super softs? It looks like he's got, yeah, he's gone on to the super softs once again. So we must have liked those tyres. Alonso through.
You only have to stop once now. One stop left.
Now, Raikkonen is the one that we were kind of fighting on the track, so he didn't get through. Coming through now. Rejoin a bout of traffic. Looks like Bottas just behind there. It's difficult to tell who's in front. I know Fernando's made a bunch of time on us. And he's in clear air now, and that's a problem. Come out just ahead of Pascal Wehrlein. Is he going to have a go at us? He's having a look down the inside, and well, Bottas is having a look as well. No, we're going to risk it. Well, we had to in the end. Well, he's come back on us. That's a ridiculously good move from Pascal Wehrlein. But we have the DRS, and we should be able to make it through here. Around the outside, he just turns into the inside, and now we've got Felipe Nasr in our sights. He must have had some sort of problem going through there. Keep it in standard through this section. Down the inside, that was an awful move though. Went very wide there, probably lost about a second. And now pushing on Sergio Perez in the Force India. For 13th place. Well, Kvyat through. Now we're going to go down the inside of him. And that's a good move. Gutsy.
It should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather. Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Well, virtual safety car, I don't know exactly what that was for. There was no notifications that anybody was out the race or of any yellow flags in the vicinity, anything like that, so very, very strange one, but it just neutralises the race, allows us to save a bit of fuel, maybe catch up to Perez a little bit, but we are struggling, we really are. I don't think we're going to be competing for the points that we thought we were at the start of the race, but still a long way to go. A lot of things can happen. See, 9.5 distance yet, so there could be a full safety car, and that really would change things up in terms of strategy. And now the VSC is ending, so green flag has been waved, and we are right behind Sergio Perez now, so hopefully we can make a move on him going into the final corner, but we get all out of shape around there, and we're just going to have to stay close to him.
Okay, at this rate we'll finish with a little extra fuel, so you have some in hand to run a faster engine mode for a bit.
We've moved up into 9th position, of course, so there's a little bit of debris on the track, so I wonder if there was a bit of contact between a couple of the drivers. But we are right behind Sergio Perez now, and we're going to come down the inside, and he locks up. That allows us through nice and easily, but he does make contact, and there's been a huge collision. Sergio Perez out of the race. Daniel Kvyat hit him. Wow. I thought after his lock-up he would have just let us through, but very much the opposite. But no safety car or anything like that, which is very strange because it seemed to be on the racing line. So we just continue racing with only 21 cars left. Oh, we get shunted by Bottas behind, and that is a ridiculous move. I just want to see this on the replay. That was disgusting from Valtteri Bottas. If we just look at this, we're just holding our line. There we go, he's right behind and he just clips us. Then we have the inside line, then he shunts us and we get pushed wide. That should be a penalty for Bottas, but he probably won't get one. And it's Vettel behind us, not Raikkonen, so I don't know what's happening to Raikkonen in this race, but Hamilton is now leading on the super soft tyres, and you would imagine he's only got one more stop to go. So I think Hamilton is in a terrific position here. So Fernando in the pits.
Just piss it.
That would have been our cue to come in if we were on the super softs, but I switched strategy to the softs, which I'm regretting now because they don't seem that great a tyre. Hopefully Fernando will get caught in traffic. We'll still be able to compete with him today. Have one more battle before the end of the season, but we're just struggling through that set of corners. I think maybe add a bit of downforce, and well, that's it. That's our season done. What a sloppy end to the season that was. I mean, let's watch it from Vettel's point of view. I mean, what is he doing? What on earth is he doing? Why is he trying to come round the outside? Because if you look at it, you know, you might say, yeah, I mean, I'm just going my normal racing line. There's no reason for me to expect Vettel around the outside. If he was going to be making a move, he would be doing it with all four wheels off the track. We go flying. He hits us. But then it's the next hit that's fatal to us, because when he hits us again, if we see it sort of from here, it's from here, yeah, we lose our front wing, we should be fine, but it's this next little shunt that sends us into the wall, we lose our tyre, and that's the end of our season. And Vettel is going to end up finishing, which is an absolute disgrace. He may even win the race. But we have to retire. It's been an underwhelming end of the season. I've only got to be apologetic to you guys, but when Vettel does something like that, there's nothing I can do. So it looks like Max Verstappen's won. We're certainly not going to finish 5th in the championship. There he is. Max Verstappen wins the final race of the season. It looks like Kvyat's finished 3rd.
To say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fighting.
Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton recovers to 2nd place, and he's had a strong end of the season.
Heading back to Milton Keynes.
Let's just skip
So then,
that.
it's time to see how this result affects the
And
drivers'
Fernando Alonso
championship.
finished 4th, so Grosjean 5th,
After a poor result.
Ricciardo 6th, Kimi Raikkonen 7th, 8th, 9th, Rosberg 8th, Vettel 9th,
To give it to Lewis Hamilton.
and Bottas in 10th. Looking at the constructors,
They'll already be wrapped up, but let's look at the constructors' standings. It was a tough race.
well, the drivers, sorry, we're down to 7th, and Fernando finishes 8th,
Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to
and
continue their march.
Toro Rosso finished
That's
5th.
it for today's Grand
So that's just skip. I'm honestly fuming about that. I really am. It's really spoilt me mood for the end of the season. So there we go. That's the end of the season then. 2,400 resource points. We're way behind in the rivalry, and we're down to 7 in the team standing. 149,000 career score. End of season. Dear Joe, we are delighted to announce that your performance has been above our expectations and finished 7th in the Drivers' Championship. You and your teammate Fernando Alonso also amassed points for us to rank 4th in the Constructors. We look forward to progressing even further next season, and now take some time to relax because you've earned it. So, we might as well progress to the next season now, and just have a look. So there we go, we'll click that. That's an overview of the season. As you can see, we started pretty poorly, but in the mid stage of the season, sort of from Spanish Grand Prix to maybe Singapore, we did very, very well. Obviously the DNF in Hungary and the 14th place in the German Grand Prix wasn't great, and we had a couple of good races in Mexico and Brazil, but yeah, overall not a mediocre season, but up and down definitely. We've won 2 rivalries and lost 3, so that's not good. 7th in the Drivers' Championship, 174 points, and there's the team performance on the right. So we'll go into next season as the 2nd strongest car, which is good, and we'll look like we're going to progress to the next season. So I'll see you guys then for the next episode. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this season. Make sure you leave a like down below if you did. You don't have to, of course, but it will mean a lot for me and for the channel, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.